Good morning, pregame crew. How are ya? I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the pregame show. This is a show that I bring to you on Wednesday mornings for the public. I go through about 25 charts in 25 minutes. I announce that I'm going live at 8:30 Eastern, but I always pop on early. I got to get my brain warmed up, get the coffee going, say hello to my friends, do an audio visual check. And take a few chart requests. Good morning, Hunter. How's the babies? Hope you're doing well. I can get to that for sure. Hey, Bluegrass, Green Lady, Dobro Dan. Hey, Paula. I absolutely can do a Ask Me Anything live stream. No problem. Dow, sure. Got some chart requests. Let me get started. I think this is Pterodon. Yeah, Pterodon. Weekly 12 EMA is well below. This is a potential weekly bull flag. Earnings end of April. So this name could make it down to 282. Let's call it 283 and still be a potential weekly bull flag. So at this point, this is healthy consolidation. Need to get over yesterday's high to change the hourly trend, and we need to get over the 4-hour 12 EMA. But this would not be my ideal short. It is a strong name with a strong chart structure. Wheat. Wheat daily support 21.55. So if we look at wheat futures, we've had this falling wedge for a long time that we're breaking out bull from. We are looking for a weekly higher low, daily double bottom for now. You'll want to see ZW futures break 564. And wheat, the ETV, on a bounce, bears will be looking for an hourly lower high. We are gapping down. Yeah, it looks weak right here. Dow, big employer in Louisiana. At least it used to be. Dow, we're looking for, the weekly higher low is set. We're looking for a monthly lower high, but on the weekly, the structure's good. On the daily, we got a higher high. We just need a trend change. We're gapping up. Bulls want to see a 4-hour higher low. And trend change, the more shallow, the better. Gap rules apply. As long as bulls are defending $31, that is a long signal. This looks good. Hey, Dylan, I'm Chart Mom. I'll take it. Netflix has been great. However, it does look like a potential 4-hour rising wedge. When we get these tiny higher highs without follow through, it's just something I would be aware of. We are overbought on the 4-hour. We're overbought on the daily. Overbought means less, because this is news related. They got that, or they're getting that big multi-billion-dollar payment for that deal falling through, or they called off with Warner Brothers, and it's had an awesome bullish reaction to that. However, look at these higher highs, not getting a ton of follow through. So I think Netflix could be a top fish. I'm a bear up here, and I'm a bull down here. I would want more consolidation for a dip buy. It looks great though. Look for a back burner. Have we had 15-minute oversold? Yesterday morning. So hourly oversold will be our next back burner. Tell me when RSI crosses 30. I want an alert. Nat gas, sure. And we'll get started in a few minutes. Nat gas is pulling back. Daily high is set. Support 2775. That is our weekly support here. 4 hour, we just got a downtrend. That's not a good look. Hourly downtrend, not a good look. And I'll go over oil when I start the show. ASML was one of my Queen of the Mountain trades yesterday. We're looking for a weekly higher low. Daily was at that beautiful 50 MA that y'all know I love. 4 hour got oversold and we're bouncing. So ASML, I like for a pullback buy for a 4 hour higher low, looking ultimately for that weekly higher low. This is a great bouncer this morning. Names that are standing out. Again, I'll cover this when I go live as well. Tesla is gapping up. That's standing out. NVDA is gapping up. That's standing out. I'm late for a very important date. Hey, Shake. Shake, rattle, and roll. Good morning. Y'all ready to get this show on the road? I'm a little early, but hey, it's okay. We're among friends. Let's get started. Good morning. This is who I am. I'm Chart Gal Lori. I'm part of the Chart Guys community, and we teach technical analysis. You can check us out at chartguys.com. I also have a new ebook. I'm new to these ebooks, but understanding synthetic support and resistance. And NVDA has a perfect synthetic level right now, and it's 180. 180 is a psychological level. We don't have any pivots there that are strong at the moment, but we know that 180 has been a strong psychological level right there. It has been a strong psychological level for NVIDIA. So check out the new ebook, Understanding Synthetic Support and Resistance. I'm proud of it. Understanding Okay, so I just posted that link here in chat. I'm going to pin it to the top. We're a community where we help others learn technical analysis. So again, check us out at chartguys.com. Give me a follow on X at ChartGalLori. With the pre-market heat map, we've got things heating up in SMH. Energy is red this morning. And again, Tesla standing out nice and green. This market environment dossier table, this is a table that I created as a way to be able to communicate to you what I see in a more objective manner. And what I'm looking at is things are more bullish than bearish this morning overall, but we'll go over what that looks like. There's always context. But looking at the hourly EMAs, we have a lot of names that are above the hourly EMA. What did I want to highlight? Oh, Bitcoin. Bitcoin standing out bullish. That's a good sign for the market. That is a risk on asset. So we'll take a look at that as well. The economic calendar, we just had ADP data coming out. We have oil inventory today. We have some delayed data here. Looks like we have data Friday. I think that's the non-farm payrolls. Friday morning at 8:30. That could be a big market mover. All right, let's look at the charts. My favorite. Hey, Frog Peak. Yeah, hit that like button. All right, let's get our bearings on ES. ES is below the daily 12 EMA and 50 MA. We broke daily support. We're inside yesterday's very large range. So we retraced about 70% of the move. We got an hourly higher high and a 4 hour higher high. So on the 12 hour, we're looking for a lower high. Let me hide these levels there. We're looking for a 12 hour lower high on ES. Of course, we have the war news that can come out and shake, rattle, and roll the market. Something to keep in mind, this tiny 4-hour higher high is not convincing yet. Now, I could take a different view and say this could be a 4-hour inverse head and shoulders, and it absolutely could be. It could be. What bulls want to do is get over the overnight high of 6856 to show some dominance. NASDAQ, we are at the daily 200 MA. That's important for me. We're inside yesterday's very large range. We got a 4-hour higher high here. We're getting a little more follow through on this one. And this could be an inverse head and shoulders. We need to clear 25,101. Is the hourly getting overbought? No. 15-minute got overbought. We cooled off RSI and made another high. So a simple benchmark that I could say is the hourly 12 EMA. As long as that's acting as support, serving as support, I am bullish this bounce. RTY, we're still inside yesterday's large range. We're below the daily 50 EMA. 4-hour got a higher high here. But again, we're looking for 12-hour lower highs on RTY, on NASDAQ, and on ES. NASDAQ is making a bigger bounce this morning, and that is due to SMH. SMH is gapping up. We're still below the 4-hour 12 EMA on SMH, but the SMH names are really making a push. And as has been the case for a while now, SMH will be the key for the market today. Can SMH remain strong is the question. Okay, let's take a look at the Dow. How do I feel about prop firms? I think prop firms serve their purpose. If you don't have a lot of capital to play with, or to trade with, I should say, we're not playing, to trade with, then I think prop firms serve their purpose. Their goal is to get your money. You know, they make their money from you paying for fees for the test and for the monthly subscription. So, and there are very few traders that can adhere to their risk rules in order to make it. However, I do think the risk rules are great things to learn from prop firms. So if risk management is one of your issues, I think it's a great place to go. The tuition is a lot less if you're paying $100 for a prop firm test versus losing thousands of your own capital. So I think it does have a way, it's a great avenue for some traders, and for any trader, I think it is a way to level up. But don't lose sight of the fact that their goal is to take your money for all the subscriptions. That's how they make their money. They don't make their money from awesome traders and them getting their percentage. That's not how they make their money. So just remember that. All right. Dow, we got a 4-hour. We didn't get a 4-hour higher high. We're still within yesterday's range. We have a 4-hour, well, not just yesterday's range, but the overnight range. We have a 4-hour EQ here. Dow is not as strong. NASDAQ still the strongest. VIX support. Yesterday's low is 22.18. I wanted to set an alert for that. We're down 4.71%. That's bullish. As long as VIX is staying near the low of day, that is a bullish sign. Yesterday, when the market double topped with that November high, 28.27, 28.15, that was a great sign for a market reversal. So that happened at 8:25 my time. If we go look at ES. Oh. Here's 8:25. So that double top on ES was our sign, and we bounced 130 points. So VIX gives me great clues, and I strongly suggest that you look at it for that inverse correlation. Hang Seng is red overnight. DAX is big and green. Bitcoin is green. Bitcoin got a daily higher high. We're up 4.4%. That is a good sign for the market. We have a potential hourly bull flag. We need to get over 71,928. So Bitcoin is bullish. We're hourly overbought. Bears will be looking for 4-hour overbought for a weekly lower high top fish. Ethereum is still inside yesterday's range. Yeah, the prop firm environment is a tough environment. It's designed for you to fail. If you can learn the lessons, it will help you succeed in your overall trading journey, but it's absolutely designed for you to fail. And I don't try to be a Debbie Downer. I promise you that's not my natural nature. I'm a positive person, yet I'm a realist, and that's my goal, is to help other traders not make the same mistakes I've made and to be real with you. Everyone at TCG, we're going to be real. You're not going to see Ferraris and Rolexes. That's not what we're about. We're about helping others. And risk management is number one. Risk management. If you don't work on anything today, work on risk management. That's your one thing to work on. Get that refined and nailed down. Okay, soapbox is over. Dollar, we got a 4-hour downtrend. We have a daily inside bar. We got a weekly higher high, but we're running into the weekly 50 MA. Again, that 4-hour downtrend. Oil, 4-hour lower high, 4-hour EQ. Oil inventory today. I've been beating the table on this one. This one has a magnificent squeeze, and we're breaking out of that squeeze. Pullbacks are for buying on oil, in my opinion. Nat gas, we went over that. It has a 4-hour downtrend looking weak. Gold, we're looking for a 4-hour lower high. So on gold, a weekly lower high is the more likely scenario. It coincided with the war news, which created a spike here. And then we were looking for that weekly lower high. Well, now bears are looking for the 4-hour lower high on gold at the 4-hour 12 EMA. I like a gold top fish. Oh, not that. And there is another resistance over here. 5234, 5236. I like a top fish looking at this potential hourly rising wedge on gold. Yeah, circle looks great. Silver, we're looking for a 4-hour lower high on silver as well. Apple, we're looking for a daily higher low. This structure is different than a lot of other names because it has been strong. We have a daily double bottom. We have a 4-hour tightening range. We have an hourly squeeze. I like Apple long if we can hold pre-market support 262.32. Amazon, we're gapping up. 211.59 is that resistance. Then we enter gap fill. A 220.38 is the gap overhead. 210.33 is the next resistance. Amazon looks good with this gap up. Take note of the names that are gapping up. Oh. If you want to make a T-chart and say what names are gapping up and what names are inside yesterday's range, and then you could make another list for those gapping down. Those gapping up, they stand out. Tesla, Amazon, Nvidia. Those names, that relative strength in pre-market, it can cross over into regular trading hours. So NVDA gapping up, 183.46 is resistance. 180, key level for NVIDIA to hold on a back test. We have AVGO earnings after hours. AVGO is in the top 10 holdings for SPY and for QQQ. So don't forget that. It could be a market moving event. As far as Queen of the Mountain trades, I like JPM. JPM, this has this falling wedge type behavior. Lower lows without a ton of follow through. We're looking for a monthly higher low at the monthly 12 EMA. I like JPM long. And we're still inside yesterday's range. I like it long against $300 psychological. Mara, daily inside bar. We've got crypto strength. We're gapping up on that strength. And it also had positive earnings. So you could play gap rules on this as long as 916 holds as support. That is a long signal. Meta, I really like this Meta daily equilibrium. Look at this tightening range. Daily inside bar, we're opening up inside yesterday's range. I like this squeeze. Got a squeeze on the 4 hour. I like Meta long. MP, monthly inside bars, daily inside bar, 4 hour EQ. You can see it well on the hourly chart here. Lower high, higher low. I like this one for a potential long. Yesterday's closing price, 61.40. Let's see if we can hold that for a potential long. And then I like Tesla. Tesla's gapping up. I like Tesla long. Pre-market support, 395.99. Yesterday's high, 396.34. Gap rules apply. We're looking for a monthly higher low on Tesla. And I love that we held the daily 200 MA. I love that we're above the 4 hour 12. We're getting above the 4 hour 12 EMA. So I like Tesla for a long. So those are all the names I'm looking at. I see some questions. Circle has been strong. We got some repricing of this fundamentally after earnings. After yesterday's high, 104.30, you don't have resistance till 110.54. We're overbought on the daily. That means less. This is news related. We're holding the hourly 12 EMA. If I had to trade this, I would be looking for a top fish. 106.20 is the pre-market high. I would be looking for a top fish. But that's counter trend, recognizing that bulls are looking to snatch this up on consolidation. So this is on back burner watch for pullbacks. Up here, I like it short. AVGO, thank you for hitting the like button. I appreciate it. AVGO, like I said, has earnings after hours, daily inside bar with a gap up today. Daily 200 MA is at 318.50. If this didn't have earnings today, I like this one long. Yesterday's high is whatever name's gapping up must hold prior day high in order for the long signal to stay valid. LMT, you have a great day, Al. LMT is red. This is a defensive name, gapped up on earnings. 662 is support, 657.56. We filled this gap here. We're looking for a daily higher low. Hourly not oversold yet. This is just sell the news. Classic sell the news. BE. BE, we're looking for a daily higher low. inside yesterday's range. This one's had a big bounce. I like it long, but not up here. I would want to pull back for an hourly higher low attempt. All right, that's it for the pregame show. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Check us out on chartguys.com. Don't forget, I pinned the book, Understanding Synthetic Support and Resistance. Check that out. Give me a follow on X at ChartGalLori. And TCG members, I'll see you in about 12 minutes. Use stop losses.